Okay, we're live. Okay, it worked. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are in our timeline jumping and we are going to start in 1 minute. Welcome, everyone, to our timeline jumping event. We are going to get started in just 1 minute. If you are jumping on and you are here live, here's what I would love to do. I would love for you to say hi in the chat and let me know what your type, your inner authority, and your profile is. So I am a 5-1 splenic projector. What are you? What are you? Okay. Can you guys all hear me? Can you guys all hear me? Let me know in the chat if you can all hear me and we're all set up. I got my microphone here and you should be able to hear me well. Okay. So you're here. Yay! Okay. 46MG Sacral. Hey, Sherry. Hi, Lisa 24 Emotional Projector from San Diego today. Nice. Welcome, everyone. 24 Sacral. Hey, Sherry. Welcome. Yep. Yep. Hey, Tara. Aw, so good to see you. So good. You can hear me well. Awesome. Okay, we got Facebook and YouTube. Awesome. So happy to see you guys. 2-4 splenic projector. All right. We got another splenic projector. 4-6 sacral. Oh, you guys are all coming in from St. Louis. Awesome. Hello. Nesreen, it's so good to see you. Awesome. Okay. So if you are brand new and this is your very first time tapping into our world, welcome. And go ahead and put new in the chat so I can welcome you. And if you are listening in to the replay, please type in hashtag timeline jumping. So I want to tell you guys a little bit about what we're going to be experiencing here today. I'm going to share with you about the human design merging with quantum physics. There are modern sciences in human design as well as the ancient sciences, but no one talks about the quantum physics, the quantum mechanics very often in human design. We're going to go into that today. We're going to talk about why it's so important at this time in history to understand how the quantum physics merges with your human design. This is no joke. We are in a very dramatic time in history, and I am not taking this lightly. We are here as co-creators. Everybody who was called here today, I had no idea who was going to show up and how many people were going to be willing to do this level of work. Because if you love human design like I do, this isn't quite a part of the reality that is being put out in the human design world. The human design world is basing much of their reality off of Ra Uru, the founder of human design, who is really tapping into his prophecy, but he transitioned many years ago. So the prophecy is outdated. And we as a community need to come together now. It's crucial in order to shift the vibration and shift the frequency of where many of the spiritual communities and the human design communities are going. Because when you create these prophecies based in fear, what's happening is you're dysregulating the emotional body, you're dysregulating the emotional system, and you're not fully present to co-create and vibrate in the reality that you want to create. So if you guys are in for the journey and you're ready to co-create the timeline of your highest good, of your choosing, you're in for a ride. You're in for a powerful ride because we are going to be in this journey together. So, thank you for being here live. Now, I want to go over a couple of the housekeeping that we're going to be doing so that you guys are kind of aware of what's happening here. We are doing a 4-day event. This is not going to be in a row. Okay, the 4 days are going to be over a period of time. We are going to be in the moment with this dimension, in the moment with this work, because I'm a splenic projector and I really want to stay true to my design. I believe that if I'm true to my design, it opens the door for all of you to be true to live your design as well. And when you're talking about business and you're talking about all these dynamics, it's really, really hard to do because you have events, you have things planned. And so I really wanted to show up in a new way and show up in a different vibration and a different frequency and really take you guys on the ride with me. So if you guys are up for that, just type a Y in the chat. And the way this is going to be is that you're going to have to stay with me via email so that we're going to update you via the emails to let you know we're going to be live here, we're going to go here, we're going to do this, and things might move and shake just a little bit. But if you are available with the emails and you make sure that you whitelist us so that you get your emails, you'll be with the vibration and the frequency of where we're going. Okay, we're getting a lot of yeses. Yay, yay, yay. Now, if you are not opted in and somehow you've managed to find this page and you're not opted in, then be sure and opt in to get all of the email updates, okay? So we're going to be doing some really cool vibrational shifts here. So if you're just jumping on, hello, hello. Hey, Vicky, good to see you. Hi, Candace, you made it. Hey, Cynthia. Hi, Paige. Hi, Colleen. Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you all here. Hey, Paige. Hey, Mary. This is awesome. It's so good to see you here. We've got every different type. It looks like every different profile, all different places on the planet. So that is really, really exciting. Now, if you guys start feeling moved by the information, hey, Crystal, you made it, and you want to share, that is how, as a splenic projector, oh, that's Stephanie! Oh, Art Utopia! I didn't know that was you. Hey, Tina! Oh, I'm so happy to see you. Oh, my heart's exploding. So happy. Oh, I'm so happy to see you guys. Okay, so if you guys feel moved and inspired by any of the information we're talking about today, and you feel, wow, I really need to share this with my community, then I would love it if you shared. That is how we as projectors get seen in this world, is by you recognizing and sharing information with the community that you feel might need it. So I'm going to fix my hair one time and then I'm not going to fix it again. I always get these comments. You're always messing with your hair. I'm a girl, okay? That's what happens. That's what we do. We fuss with our hair. Okay. So, we're going to be talking about quantum physics and how it aligns to your human design. We know the chakra system. We know the I Ching. We even know about the Kabbalah because we did a class on that as well. The difference between a gate and a channel all aligns to the tree of life. We have ancient mystery schools, and then we have the modern day sciences. Now, the modern day sciences, they say neutrino physics and quantum physics. But where and how does quantum physics fit in? That's where we're going today. We're going to talk about that. We're going to turn it on, and we're going to step into an epic dimension of shifting vibrational frequency. And we're going to begin the journey to co-create the world and the timeline that you want to step into, that you want to create. And I want to empower you to know that you have the power within you to not buy in to all of the fear scenarios that are out there. There are so many things gripping our attention: the fires, the potential wars, the drones, the viruses. I'm sure I'm missing a few. And we see so much right now that it's hard to even know what to be afraid of. So what do? We start to numb out. We start to numb out. And we, especially those of you who are emotional, if you start feeling dysregulated emotionally and you start to numb out, then you miss that vibrational frequency that you need. So over this 4-day process, we're going to start by doing it weekly. So we do know we're going to be today and next week, so mark your calendar. I am going to be looking at your clairvoyant gifts as part of this journey. We'll do that next week. Because when you start vibrating in these new dimensions and these new frequencies, your gifts turn on. Your spiritual gifts turn on. And your clairvoyant gifts turn on. So we're going to be tapping into that. So I can teach you how to rely on your gifts thoroughly while recognizing where you might feel inconsistent energy in all of your whiteness and all of your undefined centers, all of those areas of whiteness. Yes, you might have psychic hits, you might have downloads, but if they're in the area of whiteness in your chart, they are inconsistent within you. The inconsistency can be confusing. You might get a psychic download, you might get a hit, you might think this is the direction I need to go in life. But when you learn your human design, you know how to practically embody your psychic gifts, how to turn on the right ones, and how to release any of the energies that are not serving you. Okay, so this is going to be a super powerful ride. It's a way for us to give back to the community. Now, those of you, there are many people here that know me, and I love you. Kirsten, yep, numbness is a real thing for us emo wavers. Yes. Thank you, honey. Your hair looks beautiful. Thank you, honey. I love you so much. You're so sweet. Lauren Wednesday. Protecting the houses from the fires. There's a lot of stuff going on out there. Hey, Kelly. Oh, I'm so happy to have you. I'm so happy to have each and every one of you. I'm so grateful to have you. So, for those of you who know me, I hope you guys will allow me just for a minute, for the people who are new, to share a little bit about my background, a little bit about my history. If everyone is cool with that, I'm going to tell, for those of you who are new and who are listening to the replay who don't know me yet, my name is Raquel Reina. I'm here with my partner and I work with my husband and business partner, Davidian Lion. He is here with us behind the scenes, helping hold the frequency and the energy, and you might have some see videos from him and other ways that he's going to be adding to this vibration and this frequency as well. We are both human design guides, and I consider myself a spiritual teacher more than anything. And it all started back when I was 20 years old and I had my first spiritual awakening. I was an atheist. I did not believe in God. I came from LA, and that world was very kind of a superficial world, and I didn't really know what to believe, but I had an experience of God, of something outside of this world. I was not taught to believe in certain things. My parents were very open to allowing me to have experiences. My knowledge came through experiential learning. So as I was traveling out in Europe, and I was doing that junior year abroad, I had my first experience where I thought that was my experience of God in the way that I understood it at that time, which basically means that I had an experience that couldn't be explained in the linear mind. I had an experience of downloading of love, a vibration that was bigger than me. It was a frequency and an energy that lifted me out of my normal everyday thinking and stepped me into a vibration and a frequency beyond the linear world. Has anyone had an experience like this? And what this did for me was that it changed the direction and the trajectory of my life because I knew I needed to understand what was going on. I needed to understand what is possible. So I began the mystical journey. I began the journey of researching, trying to figure out what's out there, what's possible, what's happening. I didn't believe the narrations that were provided for me anymore. So at that time, I started reading voraciously, and one of the books that really inspired me was the Carlos Castaneda series. I talk about this um, when I'm sharing my story because it was the initiation to the shaman, which is a lot of my channel, the 2551, the channel of the shaman, here to shock and awaken the tribe to new dimensions. I was going through my own shock, and I met the shamans at that time, one of whom is one of the most powerful shamans, I think, in our time. Um, and it changed my life. It was as though someone unzipped my physical body and opened me up to a world of multi dimensions that I didn't know was possible. And so I was screaming to the world, we live in a world of multi dimensions. I saw it. We can step into other realities. We can travel outside of our body. I was having lucid dreaming experiences, out of body experiences, and I came home running to the valley to tell the world in perfect projector, not self style. And literally everybody thought I was nuts. I had lost my mind and I got written off as the wackadoodle out there. And so, unfortunately, I did not know human design. I was still committed to the study. But when I had these spiritual awakenings, it made me confused. I did not understand how to integrate it. And I definitely didn't understand how to live and work in the world. And it took me many, many years to understand how to integrate all of my spiritual teachings. So, what I did, and you guys can let me know if anyone's done this before, I took all those spiritual experiences and stuffed them all the way down, all the way so that I could exist on the earth plane. I could work, I could figure out how to live, and yet I was always interested in the dimensions of the shamans and always interested in my spiritual growth. Really, also, where it took me was a powerful journey of healing as well. I got my master's in spiritual psychology and I began to heal my body, heal um, my life from the superficial world where I was brought up. And I began the journey to figure out how to heal, how to be present in this world, and how to co create my reality. Somewhere along that journey, I climbed the corporate ladder and I managed to find a corporation that kind of served me and worked well for me. It was an all women's corporation, and I somehow thrived in there. I was recognized, and I started to climb the corporate ladder. And I worked from home, so it was a beautiful experience for a while until it wasn't. Until I realized I needed to move on, I needed to grow, I needed to find a new way. And it was at that point that I met human design. At that point, when I was working and getting promoted and really trying to find my way, I discovered that I was a splenic projector. And I was trying to leave corporate and I was trying to create another life for myself. And so somehow I thought that if I invested in a brick and mortar business, that it would be passive income for myself so I could leave corporate. That was the way my mind was thinking. And that was wrong because a brick and mortar business is 15 hours a day away from passive income. I was so burned out. I literally almost had everything taken from me because of that investment. And it was my crying on the floor, ugly crying, um, sprawled out in madness moment. Or you could say the dark night of the soul, where everything collapses on you. You don't know where to go, you don't know where to turn, where everything unravels. That was the moment I turned to human design. Now, the reason why human design is so important to me, it's not because I know so much. Many of you know more than I do. It's because it's so radically changed my life. Because at that moment, I was desperate. I was unable to function in the world. I was about to lose my house, lose my 401k, my entire investment, everything I'd ever worked for. And I was not young. It was a while ago, but I was well over 40. And I decided at that moment to take on the human design experiment and to embody the knowledge to live as a splenic projector because nothing explained me like human design did. So, in desperation, you take the knowledge on and you live it. And it transformed my life. And that's why I can support you so dramatically in living and taking on the knowledge because I know that it will change your life. It will create an epic, epic movement in the way in which you operate between your life and your reality and your inner world. And there's so much information out there. We're overloaded with information. And now with AI, we've got tons of information. You don't need more information. What you need is transformation. You need the energy and the vibration and the frequency to transform your life. So today, I'm going to be talking about where human design merges with the quantum physics so that you can take this knowledge of human design, integrate it into your reality for the transformation and the timeline, the highest, best case scenario timeline that you want to create. I'm taking this very, very seriously because I feel like it's not even just about my own home and my own world. It's about opening a portal for the fractal, opening up a portal so that we do not buy into the propaganda of fear. We do not buy into the storyline that's being fed to us 24/7. And we empower the community to co create a dimension and a reality that we all want to walk into. Does that sound good to you guys? If you want to help me co-create, because it is a shift that we are all going to do together, I want you to know that this is a collaboration and a co-creation. I'm going to ask for you guys to commit to this collaboration and to this co-creation and assist this entire community in creating a brand new possible potentiality that does not exist yet. Do you believe? Do you accept the mission? Do you accept the mission? Yes or no? Oh, you like my nails? Aren't they cute? They are the French tip, but in black. Fun, right? So, do you accept the mission? This is because yesterday, Davidian and I were in Disneyland preparing for the timeline jump and energetically holding that vibration and frequency of joy. And that is it. Do you accept the mission? This is a whole other world. So put a yes in the chat. I want your buy-in. I want your buy-in. Put a yes in the chat. Lauren, yes. Colleen, yes. Jean Marie, yes. Cynthia Kerr, yes. Mission accepted. Candace, yes, yes, yes. Awesome, awesome. This is amazing. This is amazing. Paige, yes. Awesome. Yes, yes. I'm loving it. This is so good. This is so good. So let me start by telling you I'm gonna key in to 6 major. Yes, Stephanie. Yes, Vicky. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my God, you guys are epic. Okay. So I'm going to start by keying in to 6 areas, okay, where the human design and the quantum merge. And I want you guys to kind of go on this journey with me. And then I do have, as we're going through this adventure together, I'm going to be giving away prizes. I'm going to be doing drawings. I do have one name already pulled for the drawing. And what we're going to be doing is I'm going to do a drawing every single time we go live. Okay? So the other thing I want to tell you guys about is, okay, I'm trying to figure out how to explain this. So part of the quantum shifting comes when we do the chemical shift. Yes, Tiffany? Yes, Tina? Yes, hey, son. When we do this vibrational shift, we're shifting the chemicals in the body. It's a vibrational chemical shift. Okay? Now, I'm going to call this the sober medicine journey. It's the medicine journey, the plant medicine journey without the plant. It's going to be a 2.5-hour mind walk where we're going to really do the energy work. You guys are going to need to unplug. You're going to have to prepare. You're going to have to give yourself time. I don't know how many people are going to be interested in doing that because it's going to take dedication. In order to reach the chemical shift without the plant, you do need to meditate and shift into theta consciousness. The thing is that when you do this work without the plant, okay, it takes a little bit more focus and a little bit more time and energy, but you'll have less of a hangover the next day. Your body will feel amazing. You will love me afterwards. So we don't have a date for that, but it's going to take a little bit more buy-in because I'm going to need everybody to come together for like a 2.5-hour period of time. Okay, so the date for that is going to be on February 2nd. I want to do it on a day when everybody can kind of relax and not have to worry about anything. So put that in the calendar. It's February 2nd, and it's going to be a 2.5 hour adventure. Okay? It's going to be really powerful. No, we're driving on the Saturday. Sorry, Davidian is like, no, we're driving on a Saturday. I'm telling you, this is so in the moment. We're gonna have a lot of things going on in this dimension. And so this is going to be a big one. Okay, it's going to be a big one. And I'll tell you, if you want to join on that, it is going to be an investment, because I need your buy-in. It's going to take time. It's going to be a focus. So I will tell you about that if you're getting the vibe that you want to join in. Okay, so let me go over the six. I'm going to go over 6 main points of the human design alignment with quantum physics. So first thing I want to talk to you about is what you can control, what you can't control. So I think this is really important because Ra Uru talks a lot about no choice. And this is a big debate in the human design world, in the spiritual world, what you have choice over in your life and what you do not have choice over. And so there's so many complexities to this discussion around choice, really, because if you look at how you were born, on some level, maybe in our pre-birth, we had awareness of choosing our family. Okay. Some people, maybe very, very small percentages that remember that, but most of us don't. Most of us don't remember how we chose our families, how we chose these physical vehicles. I can't, no matter what I do, choose to be in a different body in this lifetime. I have no choice. This is my physical body. This is my age. This is where I am at this moment. Now, we also don't have a choice about the design that we have. This is our design from birth to death. No matter what anybody says about the sidereal, uh, the transits, you are your design from birth, or even they could say the 33 degrees before birth to death. That is your design. That is what you are working with. You don't have a choice on that. The highest dimensional purpose of your vehicle is you living in the highest dimension, or you could live in the lowest dimension of your vehicle, right? You have a purpose. If you're somebody who has not trained in the Olympics, you're not going to meditate and vision and become the next Olympian in gymnastics because of your meditation. If you haven't trained, you're not young, training and doing all of the gymnastics, you're not going to the Olympics, okay? So, I mean, probably not. Most likely 99.99999%. It's not going to happen, especially if you're over 40, okay? Now, I don't want to bust your bubbles. You can create a lot of powerful things. But right now, what we're talking about is what you have choice in and what you don't have choice in, okay? So when you're talking about your design, you have choice to decondition. You have choice to align to the signature theme or the not self theme, right? So when you're looking at the deconditioning, that means you're going through each one of the centers. And by the way, that journey is very powerful, that deconditioning journey. If you haven't done that deconditioning journey, I highly recommend it, going through each one of the centers very slowly and meditating on each center until you've really unraveled the truth of that center. Yeah. So, what you focus on impacts your life. Okay, so in other words, when you're deconditioning, you're looking at your thought form in the undefined center. So if you have an open head, you're overthinking, you're ruminating about your past, you're thinking of all of the prophecies and the fears, and you're ruminating over what that girl said, that drama, what he said, she said, right? When you focus on those thoughts, it changes your vibrational frequency. And what is that in quantum physics? The particle versus the wave. The particle versus the wave. What you focus on impacts the reality. So when you begin your deconditioning process and you focus on what your mind is ruminating on, you're creating a new dimension right there. But what happens when you're gripped in the past? You have a soul retrieval necessary. That means that you maybe had a breakup that hurts your heart so much that there's a tear, right? Or some type of abuse situation, or you had something that broke your leg, but I'm talking energetically. There was an energetic tear. So you go to align, but the thoughts are so powerful and so profound that you don't have the ability to pull yourself out of the pain, the story, the fear, the angst, the trauma. We call that in shamanism the soul retrieval. Going back to the past and reclaiming your soul, reclaiming your spirit, so that you can be able to focus in on the now. The attention, the focus is your power. It is your energy vibration, your frequency. Everybody says, are we having a battle of the light and the dark? No, we are having a battle over your attention. That's your power. So your attention, when your power is taken out and you're in a divisiveness, oh, it's this team, the red, the blue, oh, this belief system, this belief system. Oh, I better be afraid of this. I better fight the other person on this. That is your power that you are actively handing someone on a platter. Here, take my power. Oh, that thing I should be afraid of? Oh, that thing I should be afraid of? When you reclaim your focus and your attention, that is when you begin to shift the vibrational chemical in the body. You have what we call in human design an encounter. That's a spiritual awakening of the highest divine kind. It's seen in EEGs when you document and study the brain waves, you move into theta consciousness. When you begin to vibrate in those chemical shifts and those vibrations and those frequencies, that is when you begin to open the door and create a shift in your signature theme. So what happens then is we move out of the not self theme. That's the absorption into the white centers. That is the vibrational energy of the not self themes. You begin to shift that vibration and you move into that higher vibrational signature. And I want to talk about that higher vibrational signature for a minute, because what is that? If you go out there in the field of metaphysics, that is the Hawkins scale, right? So the Hawkins scale shows you how to shift from these lower frequencies of anger, frustration, bitterness into the higher frequencies of joy, um, the success, right? What human design calls your signature themes. So, what is that? That is the universal law of attraction. So, we're talking about when you are conscious and aware of what you're doing inside of your centers, inside of your consciousness, you're moving into your signature, and the signature opens the door to manifestations. Candace says, I'm excited about the meditation. It's going to be big. And we're going to do a couple for this timeline jumping. We're going to do a couple. Vicky Candace said, me too. Hey, Vicky. It's going to make it. Interesting. Yes, it can be a deep, elaborate journey. Yes. Lorana. Poor Lorana. Lorena. Lorana Banana. Lorana. Okay, so Lorana. Thank you. I have for years watched this amazing being in my certification, and for years I say her name wrong. And she's like, I love you anyways. And then because I think about it so much, I continue to say it wrong every single time. I love you so much, Lorana. I'm so happy to see you. I am the power. There is no power outside of me. Yes, Tiffany, that's exactly it. Will we do the soul retrieval as part of the 4-day challenge? Yes. We're going to do the 4 retrieval on the 2-hour VIP day. Lorana Banana. Lorana Banana. Yes. We are going to do it. Okay. So, we have the focus. When you focus in on your design, you're shifting your signature. As you're observing the undefined centers, you're rewriting the conditioning from the past. You're redefining what happened to you. You're rewiring everything that has created a past signature in your psyche. The the traumas, any abuse, any losses, any pain. Because if you cannot get your focus and your attention in this moment, it's very hard to change your reality. It's very hard to timeline jump, to quantum timeline jump, because you're in a repeat cycle. The subconscious plays out repeat cycles so that you don't have to relearn how to walk, how to tie your shoes, how to breathe. It makes living easy as a human to have the subconscious patterns playing out repeat cycles so that you can wake up and do other things besides learn how to walk every day. And that would be really a pain in the butt. You don't have to learn how to walk every day, but that is what the job is of the subconscious. Okay, so the subconscious takes things and repeats them. And so we have to learn how to go deeper into the subconscious and become present enough in order to step into new vibrational frequencies. And right now, because there's so much fear prophecy and there's so much focus in on what's going to happen, especially between now and 2027, I really do feel that the human design community is holding such a strong fear vibration that I feel like this is my purpose and my work in the world is to help create a higher dimensional vibrational frequency based in love. Now, I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know that there are many different realities on the earth plane. There are some people that are living in apocalyptic times right now. and some people that are not. And when you follow your design and you also follow a higher vibration of love frequency, that you can create a center of love in your world, your home, your children, your body, your temple. You have the power to choose that. And then you bring it to your fractal. Right now, if you are here right now listening to this or listening to the replay, you are on my fractal. And we, as a collaborative community, are going to create a portal. If there's 5 people, if there's 50 people, it doesn't matter how many people are present. It takes one person to shift the entire frequency and the vibration of a stadium, a stadium full of people, one conscious being. So imagine this group, no matter how many of you show up each day of this challenge, we are going to hold the vibration and the frequency of the higher divine light. My guides just came in. I just got a whoosh of love through each and every one of you that's here. The power of every single person, and I know many of you that are here, and I know the power that you hold. And so we can come together and create a dimension of beauty. Because I do have to tell you that if you want clickbait and you want really a lot of views on YouTube, then talk about the fear scenarios. Talk about, the end of the world coming. Talk about the apocalypse. You're going to get a lot more views because shock or like terror attracts humans. But that's not the way we're going to go. And if you're here and if you're listening to that, if you're listening to this, we are going to open a door to this beautiful portal where you step into this place of freaking loving your life, being in your satisfaction. And another piece I want to add here too is the healing. We really need to learn how to heal and be in this really, really peaceful space inside our own body. Okay. So the not self vibrational frequency on the scale, the Hawkins scale, shifts in our manifestation. When you clear the past, you step into the now portals of the infinite field of potentiality. So when we're talking about quantum physics, we're talking about the concepts of the wave particle duality. So reality is both seen and unseen at the same time. We have the quantum superposition where infinite possibilities exist simultaneously. So the state of consciousness that you're in changes based in the potentiality and the thoughts that you are choosing. That is what you have power over, is the thoughts that you are choosing. That's a 24/7 job, by the way. And this is why I want to do a weekend when you guys can unplug, you can come in your jammies, you can bring your tea, and prepare for a really divine meditation. Because if you guys know me, some of you do, some of you don't. I also am a student. I consider myself a student of Joe Dispenza's work. I've been to his live retreats, his live events, and they meditate for 10 hours. I've also done a Vipassana 10-day silent retreat where you meditate for like 10 hours a day. Those type of experiences change you from the inner outer. And it does take focus and dedication. So that's why I'm inviting you all to the 2 hour, and maybe 2.5 hours, because I want to hear from you guys as well. And so I want to invite you guys in too, and that's going to include the soul retrieval, invite you into this experience, okay? So the entanglement. The entanglement non-locality is also a quantum design concept that has to do with the fractal that we're in right now, that we're all affecting each other. Quantum entanglement, non-locality, which means that the observed entangled quantum systems where two particles are linked in such a way they're measuring the state of one instantaneously, and it determines the state of the other regardless of their separation. So basically what that's saying is no matter where you are in the world right now, if you're listening to this, no matter when it is, we're all connected in this moment, this divine moment. Right? 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 Crystal says, I just love how you teach this. It's so powerful. Oh, I'm going to show that, chat. I love that one. Thank you. And if you guys are feeling the power of this and you want to share, I am going to do a drawing today, and I'm going to do a drawing every time we show up live, and I'm going to base it on anyone who shares, your name's going in the drawing. And the reason I'm doing that is because as a projector, when I get recognized and you share the recognition, that's how as an entrepreneur, that is how my business grows. And so it's a gift. It's a huge gift. So our drawings are a way to give back free stuff. And it's just a way to exchange. So if you do feel that you're getting moved by this, I really would be so grateful for you guys to do that. M. Michael, I can't remember Raquel's profile. I am a 5-1, a heretic, researcher. My undefined spleen has taken all it can from the deconditioning from all the fear. I'd rather choose love and hope. Yes, Lauren. It is so hard right now, you guys. I mean, seriously, with the fires, and I live an hour from the fires. Lauren's right in the middle now of the Castaic Lake fires. We're watching entire areas burn down into the ground. And it's incredibly scary. So even when you're in the midst, like right in the center of these tragedies happening, what we want to learn how to do is to stand in that space of peace and calm and passenger in the middle, because you're placed there as a light worker for a reason, to help hold a new potential way of dealing with these massive shakeups. Now, according to Rahu, he said we're going to see more of this, and that I do believe. I do believe we will see more shakedowns, but here's the truth. I live an hour south of LA, and it's hard for me even to just enjoy my life because there's this feeling of I should be worried. I mean, yes, I have family there. Yes, we have a family member who lost their home. I have best friends there. And yet, even in the midst of the crisis, we need to be able to step out and be in our joy and enjoy our lives. And not it's such a fine balance, because you have compassion and you're holding that space, while at the same time you also are not letting it destroy your reality, your day-to-day reality. And if this is going to happen more and more, which I think it will, your job is to learn how to still walk in that space, in that balance, in that love. And the meditation energy vibrational shift helps. It really friggin' helps. And it takes a little focus and dedication. And when we do it and we come together as a group, it has a big impact. So, the first order of business is I want to invite you guys in to this 3-hour event. Vicky said 3 hours, LOL. It'll probably be 3 hours. So I want to invite you guys into this 3-hour event. Now, as I did say, it is going to be an investment, but it's not going to be a big investment. Okay? It's going to be a small investment in order to jump in. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give you the link. And if you would like to go ahead and join us, like I said, it is an investment. It's not a big investment. Okay? Um, and I'm going to put the link here. So, the timeline jumping is going to be a part of our VIP group. So when you join in the VIP group, I put the link in the comments. You also have the link in the description. Once you join in that VIP membership, there's all kinds of goodies in there as well. And we're going to do the 3-hour event in there, and we'll probably do a couple of them as we go through this challenge. So the first one is going to be February 2nd, but if you join now the VIP group, you're also going to get the workbook. You're going to get the 64 gates. You get a couple of bonus videos that we're going to do in there. So it's an investment, very, very small investment for what you are going to get when you join in there. Yes, I'm wondering if I'm disassociated or I wonder if I'm just disassociated or am I deconditioned? Oh, okay. That's a great, great question, Tiffany. Yeah. So I think that we are allowed to be removed if we feel removed, if that's what you mean. So we are allowed to feel safe and calm and not a part of what we're doing, okay? Not a part of what is going on in the news, if that's what you mean. I think that the storylines are designed to hook you into the fear and the negative. And maybe it's innocent enough that maybe they just want more views, so they sensationalize things, or it could be more sinister, all the conspiracy theories about it. I don't really know because I live in the I don't know. I have an undefined ajna, so I like to live in the I don't know. But the one thing that I do know is that even if you are feeling something with the fires or the fears or the wars or anything going on out there, it is more importantly a choice to anchor more within yourself into the alignment of peace. It's not about you need to watch these fear scenarios like so many people believe. You need to know what's going on. You need to watch these scenarios. You need to get gripped into it. If you can watch and still anchor the vibration and the frequency of light, you're doing a service to the world. If you watch and it throws you off into the negative, then you have the choice to turn that shizzle off and create a safe and beautiful world inside your own home. You don't have to create the trauma and the fear by turning on the news and diving into that. And I think that if you do watch and you are paying attention, then your job is to figure out how to hold the vibration of love and peace while the world is having its reactions and the world is melting down in many areas all the time. And you also need to learn how to have compassion for family members, friends that might be going through it. Have deep heart compassion. Do the best you can without letting it take your energy, right? Yeah. I love that awareness, Tiffany. I think that's really powerful. Very, very powerful. Okay, so let me go back over the content for today. There are 6 main points that we're talking about with quantum physics and human design. One more piece I want to add. Next week, we're meeting again right here and in this exact same place. I hope to see you all here again next week. We're doing the clairvoyant gifts because when we do this timeline jumping and we do this 3-hour meditation, your gifts are turning on. And what I want to teach you is how to rely on them more powerfully. Okay? Now, if you join the VIP group, so what was I going to say? The Facebook group, I have like a ton of charts that were there posted for the clairvoyant gifts. And I couldn't get to all of them. So what I'm doing is I'm helping you to see in the chart where your clairvoyant gifts are that you can rely on and where you need to be aware that it's inconsistent within you. So if you decide to go into the VIP group, I will make sure to do your clairvoyant gift. It's basically like a little mini clairvoyant gift reading so that you can really hone in and be prepared for the event. Okay? So let me go over the 6 points. 1, what you focus on has impact in your life. What you focus on. How observing your openness, this includes your undefined centers and also the openness of a hanging gate. How you're observing your undefined centers helps you to rewire and rewrite the conditioning. When you observe, you transform your not self. The not self aligns to the quantum scale, the David Hawkins scale. When we are able to move into our signature theme, we open the door to new realities, to new manifestations. When you clear the past, the soul retrieval, which is a big part of this journey together, when you clear the past and step into the now, the portals open the infinite field of potentiality. The chemical shift is when we hit into the theta consciousness. This is one thing that I really, really wish that I could do is put on the EEG monitor so we can figure out who's going into theta and how to get you guys there. But you can feel it. You can feel that theta frequency. And what it is the chemical shift when you get into theta. Also in Joe Dispenza, he says that's when he's tracked this, that's when you have the instantaneous healings. The chemical shift is what Ra Uru calls the encounter. And this is when we start to connect into the guides. And this is when we open up the timeline of your choice. And we hold that timeline for our fractal. And each and every one of you that is here is doing that with your intention and your focus and your co-creative nature. Every single person here being here today is opening up a portal for this community and the community in your home and in your surrounding. So, I'm going to pause here for a minute Is there any questions that you guys have? Did I thoroughly confuse you on what we got going on this challenge? I think the main thing what you need to make sure to do is that you are opted into the challenge so that you can stay up with the dates, and they might change because I'm going to do this in a totally splenic way. When you were speaking earlier, Raquel, my focus shifted and I was seeing a white aura around my field and I felt the shift. You are so magical. Oh, I love that. Here, let me pop up that. Let me pop up that chat. So I was feeling that too. Something big opened up. Like a little energy field opened up as I was kind of sharing as well. So thank you for that. I really hope that you guys felt that. And I appreciate your beautiful comment, Lauren. It's so fun to see you. You were just Googling opening portals? So that's a whole other can of worms that we will get into as we go deeper and deeper into this rabbit hole. As we go deeper and deeper, we will get into that. So, next week, we are going to be talking about the clairvoyant gifts. And again, I do think this is really, really an important piece. So, what I'd love to say is be sure and post your chart. And I have two more things I need to do. Your chart, the prize for today, which I don't see her here. And I needed to choose the prize before we started because what we do is we put everybody who shares, everybody who comments, we're kind of putting together our Excel spreadsheet. So the shares, we also did a um an Instagram post and anyone who commented there, anybody who invited a friend into our Facebook group. So we will be gathering that again. So the drawing, we're going to do prizes each week for something new. Today what I'm doing is one free entry into the VIP group. Okay, so one free entry into the VIP group. And again, it's a small investment. One of the things that we do is all of your investments do go towards your certifications as well. So any investments you make will go towards any of the certifications you want to do with us. So if you do feel like making an investment, it will go through that way as well. Is deconditioning still necessary if you've had a spiritual heart opening, awakening, and living in love? Yes, I do believe so. And also kind of depends, Colleen, on your design. So there are certain areas that are harder to decondition, I think, from my personal observation. So I know some teachers feel that if you've been doing your spiritual work, but deconditioning is an ongoing process. So as a projector, I'm constantly deconditioning from the generator world. And it took me quite a bit to unravel that. And it also depends how deeply you were conditioned. So, and the splenic manifester will have a similar experience for that, being conditioned as a generator. Yeah. So I'm going to do a drawing right now for one free entry into the VIP group. And I've already chosen the name, but next week we will do another drawing. So feel free to continue to invite people into the Facebook group or share, and you will go into the drawing. So the winner for this drawing is Emily Ojala. Emily Ojala, I will reach out to her. She may be here. Let's give her a shout out. Woohoo, give her a little emoji. Emily Ojala. Emily Ojala. Ohala. Has it been powerful? Yay! Where do we share on the Facebook group, Instagram, or YouTube? Okay. So either place we're looking, Facebook or Instagram. I don't think you can share. Can you share on YouTube? If you tag us on Instagram, and we're checking all three. We're checking all three. And you can also just put in share in the comments. So on this video, if you shared, also put share. Just put share in the comments and we will check for that also. It's 4:44. Okay, perfect time to end for today. So, was there one other piece of housekeeping? I wanted to do the drawing. Shared. Thank you. Where to post the charts? Okay. So the charts are going into the spiritualized human design. If you post it in the VIP group, so if you guys decide you want to do the 3-hour event, it is a small investment, but it's totally worth it. It's so rich and deep. If you can post there, you will guarantee get your chart read. And the right now in the Facebook group, we have a ton of charts. It's spiritualized human design in the Facebook group, or you can do the VIP. And the spiritualized you shared on Facebook. Thank you everyone for sharing. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you so much for sharing. So the spiritualized human design Facebook group, Raquel and Davidian's Facebook group, you can post it there too. So there's going to be a ton of free stuff. And if you guys want to make a small investment, there's going to be just a little bit more impact. And the reason we're doing that, we want to give you as much free as we can because some of you, that's where you're at in your level of commitment, where you're at right now. So we're going to give you a ton of value. And then because that event is going to take so much focus, I really want to know who's there. I want to know I want to get everybody's chart and get you ready and prepared for that 3-hour journey. It is going to be a power journey, a medicine journey without the plant. It's going to be quite an intense meditation. And so that's why we're doing a small small level of investment for you guys to really commit and show up and be part of that sacred circle. And I want to hear from you and hear where you're at and kind of hear about your journey. Okay? So let me give you guys the link again. So if you want to jump in the VIP group, I will be looking at charts there as well. And that's it for today. I love you guys. Thank you for everybody who showed up live. And I will see you in the vortex. in the multi-dimension. See if I can end the live stream. My friggin' software is like cutting out on me. So it's like